Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and welcome to your Smackdown review. Well, seems like they finally did it. They finally had Raw invade SmackDown, so now you could say that they've done it. Of course, we had weeks of television with nothing going on, and they finally decided to do it. I said in my Raw review that I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, but they ended up doing it. I said if they're going to do it, it would probably be on the last SmackDown. And sure enough, it happened. So we start off with a SmackDown meeting. This was a good way of actually starting it out, I guess. This kind of reminded me of the invasion angle. Remember when you had different wrestlers trying to rally the troops? So and they also had this for like when they did WWE versus ECW head to head. I did a review of that. It was a special in 2006, and they also did that with separate locker rooms. Um, I do find it funny though. When they do show them as teams that they're all wearing the same fucking shirt. They weren't wearing the same shirt here, but they've been doing that. And they've been doing this way, way, way before. Like I said, when they did, WWE versus ECW, they did the same thing, wearing the different shirts. Because they can't trust the viewer to know who's on what team. So I guess that's why they do it. Maybe they want to do it like a sports team type of thing. But it's funny. It's like it's not sports, but they have to, and they don't even have like numbers or anything. It's not like a jersey. It's just a fucking T-shirt. Just a little observation there. Anyway, we got New Day. It's funny, like New Day, they're doing this clapping thing, and even the heels are clapping. I even saw Baron Corbin doing this to the U.S. title. Something just doesn't sit right. That's why when you don't take the time to build these things properly, you're gonna have big mistakes like this, and you're gonna have eye-rolling moments. And what the hell was Shane McMahon doing anyway? He was like doing one of those type of deals, like some type of fucking fucked up type of dancing. I don't even know what that was supposed to be. So we got Daniel Bryan coming to the ring, and he's doing the Heyman shtick. He's got AJ next to him, and he's talking him up and everything. I don't understand why we have to sell wrestlers like they're fucking sham wow. It's like we're selling them like they're fucking products on the Home Shopping Network. Oh, this guy is great, and you gotta see him on the pay-per-view. It's like, how about Brock Lesnar and AJ face to face? I'm going to tell you why they didn't want to do face to face, and I'll tell you the exact reason why. So, Brian is cut. Then he hands the mic to AJ, and then AJ cuts the promo. Not like it was bad or anything, but my God, do we always have to make these promos so manufactured that, it's like, okay, we don't need to be constantly sold on this guy's a great in-ring performer. Okay, leave that to the fucking announcers. If we're going to do fucking promos, let's have these wrestlers interact. And I'm going to tell you why they didn't want to have him interact. Because backstage, Jinder Mahal approaches AJ. And AJ and Jinder are face to face completely. Jinder Mahal completely dwarfed AJ. Remember I said this about Dean Ambrose and AJ? AJ Styles, I used to think, was like at least 5'10". He is shorter than that. And I can tell you exactly why he is shorter than that. They showed him in the ring with Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is like 5'8", 5'9". He and Daniel Bryan were like the same fucking size. So, and this is it. This is it for Jinder Mahal. This is all he's doing tonight. He was world champion last week. Now we see him for fucking 30 seconds backstage, not even. He's saying he's coming after his title after Brock Lesnar tears him apart. So that's it for Jinder. You know, he has the belt 1 week. This week, no belt, barely any TV time. I mean, like, this is what I said in the past. Can't they keep anybody's momentum going? Can't they figure out how to get a belt off of somebody without fucking ruining them? I mean, why does every single guy have to go from here to like all the way fucking down here? Can't they figure out how to take a wrestler and, you know, maintain it? It's because his championship run was not good. The guy did all he could to try to make it work, but he was given some of the worst booking, some of the worst fucking material to work with. Since day one of being the champion, Jinder Mahal had to fight fucking WWE. The same people that gave him the belt were trying to work against him, and I don't understand. If they wanted this guy to grow the markets in India, if they wanted this guy to be a big success as the first Indian champion, why the fuck did they fuck it up so badly? Did they seriously watch the show and think that this is going good? Do they think that, you know, Jinder Mahal is like having a successful title run? Did they watch the Punjabi prison match? Did they watch that shit and think that that made Jinder look good? That having all that interference to beat one fucking guy, did they think that that was making Jinder look like a credible champion? Because I'll give you the short answer there. No! So Baron Corbin defeated Sin Cara. Well, was that so hard? You know, so this is the thing. So they build it up. They build it up like Sin Cara has a chance. No chance here. Now, I'm not saying I want him to have a chance, but what the fuck was the point of that even? Why were they having Sin Cara beating the shit out of Baron Corbin, brawling with him at ringside, just so they could do this to him? I mean, seriously, what was the fucking point of that? You had Baron Corbin here, ready to go into a match against The Miz, who's, you know, having these high-profile matches and encounters and promos with the likes of Kurt Angle, Roman Reigns, and The Shield, you know, the big main eventers on Raw. And meanwhile, Baron Corbin is having trouble beating a guy like 3 weeks in a row. A guy who hasn't even been on TV for a fucking year. You know, it's like, you want to try as hard as you can if you're going to do a champion versus champion match. And try to make the guys at least look even. Because I'm not a big fan of doing this champion versus champion thing. Because somebody is going to end up looking bad. You know, unless this shit all ends in disqualifications or countouts, which will be lame anyway. It's probably best, unless you're properly building these matches. Baron Corbin and Miz didn't even interact at all. Oh, yes, they did, Brad, on Twitter. You have to be fucking kidding me. If I have to go on fucking Twitter to follow a wrestling feud, then that just fucking ruins it for me. I mean, you have fucking 3 hours on Monday night. 3 hours of fucking shit that they show. And you're telling me you can't get these guys in the same fucking ring? Well, they're all on 2 separate shows, but they had Under Siege fucking 3, 4, 5 fucking times. They couldn't at least have Baron Corbin or The Miz interfere in the matches. Maybe The Miz could get on commentary during a Smackdown show or something. Maybe. Could he guest star? I don't get it. And can anyone answer me this question? Why is Corey Graves, if he is a fucking Raw announcer, what is he doing on SmackDown? Wouldn't that be Under Siege? I mean, right? Wasn't Corey Graves a Raw announcer? Can't they find anybody else on SmackDown? Do I really have to listen to this fucking disrespectful goof 2 weeks? 2 times a week? What is he doing there? I mean, like, Under Siege! because he's there. Like, and no one acknowledges this. Where's the consistency? Backstage, I had Daniel, Bryan, and Shane arguing. Bryan said, "You didn't consult me about the siege on Raw," and then Shane tried to justify it, but Daniel Bryan didn't want to hear any of it because he said he got choke slammed trying to make peace because of him. Then you had Charlotte defeating Natalya for the women's title. Thank God. What a fucking bad title run that was for Natalya. How fucking uneventful was that? Like, it was so bad that they didn't know what to do with Natalya that they fucking, all they could do was call her a crazy cat lady. Like, that's the best they can do. So we go from farting to being a crazy cat lady. I mean, what are we doing here, honestly? I mean, why do we have wrestlers being pushed if we're not even going to be able to take them seriously or even have any fun with them, for that matter? Like anything. Okay, you want to make her comedic? Make her comedic. How about laughing? Okay, you want to make her a serious wrestler? Well, she's a joke. I mean, I'm not getting it. There's something about Natalya that I don't know what it is. It's not that she's a bad wrestler. She's got the lineage behind her. She's Jim the Anvil Neidhart's daughter, a great fucking wrestler, one of the best tag team wrestlers I've ever seen. There would not be a Bret Hart without a Jim Neidhart. Let's remember that. But they haven't done anything with her. And I don't know if it's her fault or it's creative's fault, or it's just Natalya doesn't show a lot of personality. I don't know what it is. She comes out with a smug look on her face, and she's just like a one-note kind of gal. That's it. She just knows how to do that smug look, and that's it. She doesn't have like any taunts or anything like that, or any special mannerisms that make her unique. I don't know. She's like an attractive girl, but that's about it. There's nothing really like, like I said, if you're somebody who doesn't know anything about wrestling and you're watching, Natalya just looks like a fucking girl. That's it. At least Charlotte looks like a star. You're getting something there. Also a girl with lineage, but a girl, with lineage that gets it right, and she knows how to cut promos. And after the match, Ric Flair came out, and I have to say, I'm not even kidding. This kind of slowly brought a tear to my eye. I'm not even joking here. Flair was in bad fucking shape. We weren't sure he was gonna make it, and this was pretty heartfelt. The way they put this together, this was a good segment. I enjoyed it. They did a good thing here, bringing Ric Flair out at the right moment, to honor Charlotte, for her title win. And everything was well-timed here, well put together. And I have to say, it made me a bit teary-eyed. I'm not even fucking joking. It was a good moment. The Bludgeon Brothers are coming next week. I'm looking forward to seeing how badly they're going to ruin this tag team, because obviously we know that's going to happen. Only having like 3 fucking tag teams seems to be too much for them to handle. Like I said, they don't even know how to get Breezango onto the fucking show 2 weeks in a row now. You know what I'm saying? It's like they don't even know how to utilize their 2 hours. Just like on Raw, they have 3 fucking hours, and they still can't figure out how to build a fucking show. They have a pay-per-view, and they still don't know how to build it. Even though they have 3 hours, they could do anything they wanted. One of the Usos defeated Chad Gable. I'm not getting it. We have a weird finish last week, and now we're just going to have singles matches, I guess, until it's time for the next tag match. Does anybody even fucking care? This is a waste of Shelton Benjamin's time. Why are we making some exactly what they say the Usos are saying? American Alpha 2. It's like a cheap fucking knockoff. Shelton Benjamin is better than this. Judging by the other talents on there who's in the fucking main events and shit, Shelton Benjamin should be a fucking main eventer by today's standards. I mean, for fuck's sakes, I mean, the guy's got more name recognition. The guy's got a better look than half the guys on this roster. So why are we not pushing him? We push everybody else, but this guy's got to stay in the shitty tag team? Who the fuck is Chad Gable anyway? The guy that people wanted to be Kurt Angle's son, but they picked the other guy instead? Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were wrestling the New Day. The Shield interfered. Shane came out. He called on the rest of the SmackDown roster. It was a big brawl. They showed the women backstage brawling. Then they got Shane and they captured him. They gave him the triple power bomb. Then Angle picked him up and gave him an Angle slam. That was a pretty good way to end the show. I'm gonna say that. At least they did a little bit of follow up there. At least they did something with with Kurt Angle and Shane McMahon to follow up. Remember when they had Angle looking like a scared child? It looks like they really managed to fix that situation by having Angle look like a man again. He had his balls cut off like fucking 10 times the past 2 weeks. So this was a way of Angle kind of recapturing a little bit of, what makes him a fucking man, what makes him a fucking wrestler. So that was a good way. They waited a long time. They wasted a lot of time. They didn't do enough to build Raw versus SmackDown. We have so many matches where there wasn't even any interaction between the teams. You didn't have anything, like I said before, with Miz. Or remember Alexa Bliss? She said that she was going to be on. She said that she might go to SmackDown. Well, she didn't even show up. So they did a terrible job of building this pay-per-view. But anyway, guys. So I got requested to do some predictions for Survivor Series. So I guess I'll see you for that video. This has been your YWC champ signing out.